Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome back to our
program
podcast and
discuss
with us. So I'm Aida here and my friend.
My name is Muhammad Yusuf Dafa.
We will talk and discuss and we'll give you a beneficial information, of course, about ICT and education.
Yes.
But so this is our second episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second episode.
How about your feeling today?
I'm so excited today because we will discuss about ICT and what is that? ICT and Literacy, and it's quite a strange topic for me.
Okay. So our topic today is about ICT and literacy.
Yes.
But they're not only about two of us. As usually, we will invite our wonderful guest star. Who is he?
We don't know.
Okay. Please welcome Mr. Dedi Sulaiman.
Okay.
Hai Aida Dafa.
Hello, Mr.
Hello,
Daddy.
sir.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm amazing today. Thank you for inviting me to come to your podcast.
Yes.
My
okay.
pleasure.
Pleasure. So, what we are going to talk about today is about
ICT and literacy.
Okay, that's good idea, good topic, and good theme, ICT and literacy.
yes.
So our topic today is about ICT and literacy, sir. But before we break down about this topic, what do you think about ICT and literacy?
Yeah, ICT today is very important because we have the change from pandemic teaching and learning, and now we have offline again. So the literacy of ICT is needed for us as the teachers, as the lecturers, to know the development and how to implement to our students.
So quite excited, right?
What about you, Dav? What do you think about ICT and literacy?
So I think ICT and literacy is two different kinds that is necessary in learning process in the school or focusing on the classroom. And because we are living in the digital era 4.0, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, some say that this is 4.0, some say this is 5.0, but it comes in the similar time. Okay,
Yes.
4.0 is from Europe and 5.0 is from Japan.
So it's the term is something like a similar.
Similar, yeah. It refers to the same thing about the digital era, touchable era. Probably this is not digital anymore. Touchable, yeah, touchable.
Everything considered of touching.
Touching the gadget.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think that nowadays ICT has taken almost all aspects in our daily lives, including education, society, and so on and so forth. That's why we have to literate to ICT.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, our definition about literacy is being able to read and write. That is the definition of literacy. So this is not to say or to listen. Because you know, in our culture, probably we will attend our lecture, so they have to listen and then they can speak. But that is not literacy. Literacy based on dictionary, this is being able to read and write. Literacy.
So literacy is the ability of being
Read
and write.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. New things for me.
So, sir, let's discuss about the first topic.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, the first topic is about the technology literature. It seems like we are going to talk about the development of technology that helps teacher in teaching. Okay. The first one is Epidiascope. In 1950s, a device that displays live projects an image on a large screen. I think this Epidiascope is more likely, or we know it as a projector.
Yes.
Yeah.
Projector today.
And I think this Epidiascope make the classroom is more interesting rather than the students have to listen to the teacher's explanation in all time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got the picture, and that is Epidiascope, ladies and gentlemen. Because today you have Google, you have Microsoft Bing, so we can see images, okay, by clicking our key term, and that is the era. In the past, we don't have any machine like Google today, so we rely on teachers to know everything. So we have to ask to the teacher when you don't know something. You have to ask to the lecturers.
Yes.
But this era is different. You can just click Google, click Bing. You can the machine will refer to the references. Okay. So in the past, this is secret because we don't have any machine like today.
Oh, I see.
So
I see.
it's kind of hard to find
Something
more
missing.
information.
Yeah, more information. But now information is abundant, overload. Now it's
Yes,
overload.
of course.
There are many social media that share many information to us in group or personally. This is overload.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Okay, the second one is Banda Spirit Duplicator in 1960s.
60s.
A tool that generates multiple copies of a printed text or image with a purple mark picture. I think this tool is a forerunner of a photocopier machine.
Okay, yeah. Photocopy or Xerox machine, yeah, that's right.
But before these tools existed, I can imagine what it will be if the teachers need a multiple copier. For example, let's say like an example paper or something like that. It's hard to.
Yeah, hard. We can say that this is hard because you think in this era, okay?
Yes,
We think this is hard, but in the past, the people not thinking like you. Okay, our history said that in the past, like in Rasulullah SAW era, Arabic culture is the one who memorized text. That's why Rasulullah memorized Al-Quran, and probably the companions and the society will memorize Al-Quran, and that is the era. That's why I know the hadith that Rasul asked us as Muslim to go to China, because in China at the time paper has been created. Paper. So that is the era in Rasulullah times. We have poets, and we have poets, and they have a good memory.
They just enjoy it.
Yeah, they enjoy the time and the invention at the time. The invention at the time.
Okay.
The next one is flashcard in 1970s. A card that containing single word had a magnetic strip on the reverse which carried a speech recording. This thing is looks similar. I think this flashcard is used for like learning how to read, how to memorize the vocabulary, especially for children.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because I think that children need something visual that can help them to memorizing.
Yeah, that's right. We have the flashcard. This is in 1970s. flashcard.
70s.
Yeah.
50 years ago.
Yeah, 50 years ago. More than 50.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
50 years ago.
Okay, the next one is audio page.
Okay.
In 1980s, an A4 card covered in magnetic materials on one side, enabling several sentences of audio to be recorded and then played back when viewing the text or image that had been fixed to the reverse. Yeah, I actually never heard or never experienced about this before.
So you couldn't imagine because this is old invention. But as we discussed, we have Google, we have Microsoft Bing, so we can find the image of this audio page. Okay, and this is the invention for education. So the pictures, or there are sentences or words that can be played back. Okay, so they can learn.
Okay.
The last one is computer. In 1990s, the invention of digital computer is described as a revolutionary moment.
Yeah.
Based on the media that we have discussed before, this is the most developing technology
Yes,
among
absolutely.
media. Yeah. And this computer is used until now, but of course with a sophisticated development system as well.
Yeah.
But sir, why the invention of digital computer is described as a revolutionary moment?
Yeah, computer is from two words, compute and compute is to calculate, based on machine. Calculator also calculate and but compute is how to calculate in a complex way. So from this computer, then there are many inventions about application, about database, and then internet also will work based on this computer. That is called by the first milestone of the next invention. That is computer.
Yes.
Based on the media that we have mentioned and discussed before, it's very obvious that the technology is developing from time to time.
Absolutely.
But nowadays in millennial era, we still have a problem with technology. For example, us, many students, many teachers complain about the signal, sir.
Signals.
Especially for those who in remote located, it's hard to reach the signal. Do you have any idea how to overcome about that issue?
Okay, related to education, I think we are as the teachers, we have to think about the problems, because that is the real problems faced by the teachers. As the teachers, we have many references in our minds, and also we have experience and feeling, and also alternative. I think for those who teach in remote area, we can not rely our teaching only to gadget. You can just know the technology dividing the students into several groups, or we have combined the teaching with the kinesthetic. Kinesthetic means you do not need to bring gadget to your class, but you can know how the gadget works in the system, and you can implement what the gadget says, and you are collaborating with the students.
So for the audience who have the same problem, you can try Mr. Dedi's advice. Alright, besides the signal, the problem faced is about the limited media use, where the schools doesn't allow the students to bring their phone to the school, and not all the students even have a computer or a laptop, but the school also doesn't facilitate them. Then they will be left behind in ICT. What do you think about that?
Well, I think this is challenging. You know, as the teachers, you have experience in university level, right?
Yes.
In a university, you know, one of the tasks of the lecturers is to have civil service. Do you know civil service? In bahasa Indonesia, this is called by pengabdian pada masyarakat.
Okay.
All university has this PKM, civil service.
Oh.
So as the teacher, you can connect. Okay, you can connect the teacher in remote area. You can ask to the university or to department to ask about civil service, and then like me, like you, we can go to remote area and we can share about the ICT, about the technology today. So the task of the lecturers or the civil service will spread to the remote area. I think that is why you, as the teacher, you know that campus has the civil service. You can invite them, the lecturers, to spread the ICT or something is needed by the school today.
Oh, so as the teacher in the remote area can ask for civil service that provide by the university.
Yeah.
Is it free?
Yeah,
not free. Not
yeah.
But we can easily ask to the university to provide a civil service program.
Yeah, absolutely. You are right. This is free because that is one of the tasks. One of the tasks means that the lecturers has the task. So when they have to spread the civil service to your school, to remote area, I think the lecturers have done their job. For today, this is current issue that me as the lecturer have to do the civil service, and also the lecturers in postgraduate like Pak Fakri, Bu Ima, Bu Pepi, Pak Amin, and then me.
Yes,
we have 5 lecturers. We have the civil service today. If you want to ask us to go to your school, I think that's a good idea.
Oh, I see. So
we can facilitate about the ICT or something that is needed. Probably not only ICT, about writing, to write journal, for example, and then the use of media for English teachers. You can ask us. So this is challenging for the lecturers to know, to improve, to develop the fields of teaching material.
teaching method. Okay. So
There is a quote here.
Okay, you can read it.
According to New York Dramatic Mirror, 2013, quoted in Seattle, 1968, page number 98. Books will soon to be obsolete in the schools. Scholars will be soon to be instructed through the eyes. It is possible to teach every branch of human knowledge with the motion picture. Our school system will be completely changed in 10 years.
Okay.
So, sir, this really happened to us.
Yeah.
The peak when the coronavirus was occurred in our country.
Okay.
All the learning schools turned to online.
Yeah.
And we learn from the videos and only can access remotely.
Okay, that's right.
And also the textual books turn to ebooks. And how do you see this phenomenon relate to this quote?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can see about the year. This is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, 1913. Okay, that quoted in 1968. 1913. Okay, this is in the past. Let's see, scholars will soon be instructed through the eye in 1913. It is possible to teach every branch of human knowledge with motion picture in 1913. And that is why if I have to teach the students, I always say that the function of the leader is to say something visible 10 years later or 5 years later, 10 years later. That is the function of the leader. That's why you have to go to school, to campus. We have to read the books, and we have to think not only now. You have to think not only now. We have to read our future, and you have to say something. This is 1930.
Okay, so I think we have to take a rest for a while.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, stay tuned on our program. We will come back soon. See you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our program podcast and discuss with us. Okay, so we will continue the meeting today. So the first one, we talk about this quote. Future course may not be examined by testing the limits of an individual's memory, but instead may challenge a student's strategy to obtain information quickly, for delivering it into a logical sequence, for arriving at conclusion from given facts, and for accurate and rapid problem solving. So from this quote, what is your opinion about this one?
We talk about the time anymore. This is 1980s, okay, when I was born at the time. And future courses may not be examined by testing. In these 5 years updated, I do not test my students. In our teaching and learning, we know that term by portfolios. Portfolios, because this is not the time when I have to test the students, because testing is not matched for today learning. Portfolios would be you have to do a learning by project, learning by doing, and then by case study, project-based learning, problem solving. Yes, that is the way how we compile, or we have to deliver to the students that this is not in testing mode.
Okay, so today's learning is not focused on the test. We focus on how the students solve some problems.
Yeah, that's right.
That faced by them.
Yeah, because that is the reality when you graduate from undergraduate, postgraduate. You will face the the problems in a complex way.
Yes.
Because you have to have the gadget and you have to face the community, the society, your work, and then your family, and we have the complex problem solving. So the students are required to solve the complex problems. Yeah, while they are studying in campus.
I see. Okay. Well, we are going to move to the computers and changing literacy. So there are 3 numbers. So the first one is from pencils to writing application. So in literacy, writing is an important aspect. And as we remember, ladies and gentlemen, we usually write by using writing tools, something like pencils or pen, or maybe the other enzyme, I don't know, maybe. And nowadays in digital era, we prefer writing application software to pencil to write something. So it is based on my experience, maybe in my childhood. The first one I learned writing by using pencils, but nowadays I using writing application rather than pencils. What about your opinion?
Yeah, I think that is right. When I have to teach today, the students will write by touching the screen, and then they have to write an essay or a paragraph. Not to write by pencil or pen, but just starts in English way, and that is the era. I don't know whether in psychology or in kinesthetic we have the change, the transformation from this movement of fingers to the movement of typing. Yeah, typing, touching the screen to produce the text. That is the era.
The next one is about from books to ebooks, and the last one is about ICT revolution in school. So from books to ebooks, we'll learn. I think about 20 and 10. We still learn in the classroom. We still learn through textual books. Textual books, right? Have you experienced it?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I mean the hard copy.
The hard
copy.
And nowadays, many students are delivered by e-books from that school.
Yeah.
What's about your opinion?
I think that is right. That is the transformation for today, and especially for us as English teachers, we have abundant books in internet. We can easily download them, and then you can read. That is the transformation from book into e-books. That's right.
That's good, I think. Next is about the revolution in school. So today, students in the school are more familiar with contextual learning and maybe problem-solving learning, where viewing multimodal text to learn something is a must. And yet, sometimes they find tutorial in YouTube to do something.
Yeah, I have said in one seminar that probably for us English department, I asked the audience to think. Ladies and gentlemen, please imagine how if one department in the world publish our department in video. All material, all of courses are published in video in YouTube. We can imagine that this is useless for us to enter the university, whether in the internet this is published at the English department or other subject, other fields, and also in the world or in Indonesia. If one department publish the video tutorial how to take reading, writing, listening, ICT, all of them are published or posted in video, I think campus or school will also be will be in problems. Will be in problems. That is right. That is the change. So it requires us to develop and to fill in the tutorial or the YouTube.
Oh, I see. So maybe we have to, what is that? equalize
Yeah,
the using
equalize.
of
That's right.
video
Yeah.
and face-to-face meeting in the
Yeah,
school. Maybe.
that's right.
Yeah, so the next is about the school, different era and different approach. So school then is, we have a perception here,
Yeah,
a
that's
building that's set up for education purpose, the teacher teach and the student learn. And nowadays, it's still a building that's set up for education purpose, but the approach is different. The teachers and the students discuss some problem together to grasp the solution where ICT is necessary in the learning process. So, what's about your opinion about
Yeah. Also, this is 2001. This is more than far than pandemic, right?
Yes.
More far than pandemic. And the school now, the teachers and the students meet like this, and we have to face the problems, and we have to think how to solve the problems. I think, yeah, absolutely, that is right. So from time to time, this is the school or the method is changing to be better.
Okay. Next is about, so this is about the voyage or the, what is that? Development of ICT and learning approach in the school. So we have three pictures here. So the first one is about teacher center.
In the past,
In the past,
teacher center.
and moved to student center.
That's right.
And nowadays, we are using student-oriented learning.
Yeah.
It's challenging.
Challenging for the teacher, for us. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have to know this is the transformation. Probably me, when I was a student, I know the teacher center. The teacher teach me in the past, but probably 5 years updated. This is student centered. But now this is different. This is not student centered anymore. It must be student oriented. So the teachers have to facilitate the student to grow up well.
Yes, to grow up well. So,
in my opinion, the students oriented is suitable to apply in our school because it aligns with our curriculum system, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or we know it as
Kurikulum
curriculum
Merdeka,
merdeka.
right?
Absolutely, that's right.
Merdeka.
Plus, it makes the student independently in learning and make them think more critical.
More critical based on their fashion.
Fashion. Yes, I think nowadays to be a teacher is more challenging than before because at the past time we just teach. Sometimes it means that everything is absolute, right?
Yeah.
So nowadays, because of ICT development, when we teach students, and sometimes the students are more critically, they say they will share opinion. Maybe they will say, "Sir, maybe your explanation is a bit wrong. It's a bit critical."
This is not matched with our needs.
Yes, it's something like that. Okay, maybe next one.
We will have a spare time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We will have a spare time after this discussion, interesting discussion. We will come back
Don't go
for
anywhere. We'll come back in a few minutes.
in a few minutes. Okay.
Ontario colleges offer the best of both worlds. A higher education that inspires you with big ideas and big opportunities.
Paying off with great careers in some of tomorrow's most innovative fields.
Creating some of tomorrow's most interesting things. So wherever you see yourself, college can get you there. Ontario Colleges, higher education for a new world.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our program, Podcast and Discuss with Us.
Okay. So we are at the final
Slide.
slide. Okay. Last but not least. Okay. So the summary of today podcast program is ICT is changing our perspective of what schooling consists of, how it should be delivered, as Mr. Daddy have explained at the previous slide. and also notions of literacy have been changed and developed as a result of ICT. And literacy is central to most definition of education, and also ICT in the classroom can be seen as a part of continuum dealing with the use of previous forms of instructional technology. And the last one is ICT is becoming less related to the word-based text and now is essentially multimedia involving sound, picture and moving things that we have now, that is a multimodal text.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And maybe
That's all about our discussion
Yeah,
today.
that's very nice discussion.
very enlightened information from our lecturer, Mr. Daddy. And
We have a good discussion with
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, thank you.
So maybe that's all from us.
Yes.
We hope that this video can be
enlighten your knowledge.
Horizon.
Yes, horizon.
For educators,
Yeah,
teachers, students, and all the audience.
Around the world.
Okay.
So, finally, we thank to the audience who have watched this video, and don't forget to subscribe
and like and
and
comment.
like this program, and also we will say goodbye. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for your participation in this program. See you later. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.